She's a real dominatrix.
Yeah.
And of course, everything she kept like identities. I wouldn't ask about who shows up there, but she has multiple clients who come there, and there was a cage, a dog cage down at the bottom. And
down at the bottom of what?
Underneath a like a sex table.
Oh, okay.
So it's a sex table on top with like harnesses. Yeah. And you like can strap someone into it, and it like folds and stuff. Jeez. So underneath it was a dog cage about the size of a dog cage, a small one. Yeah. And in there was a food and water bowl. And there was also a sex doll. I don't know what the jelly ones, not like the blow up doll, but
gotcha. Like a real human feeling.
Like a real human feeling, but like just the sexual organ parts of it. And so she's like, oh yeah, a lot of the guys that come here, they want me to like humiliate them, and I force them to have sex with the doll in the cage, and they'll wait like 6 months or whatever and wait to show up there and be, you know,
because you got to get on like a waiting list or something.
No. They will be celibate for like 6 months, and then just to be humiliated by her. And then there was like a glory hole in there. We are live.
Yes, after a 1 week hiatus.
Yes, we had a little hiatus where, of course, if you've been listening religiously, have heard the saga of the construction on our house. Well, we had some more issues, and I'm not going to trash the internet company unless I already did. Yeah. But the line got ripped out and it's just been a disaster getting our internet back.
Yes.
But we're back. We're good. We have internet. So sorry if you missed us last week.
Today's a national holiday as we film this right now. Today is a national holiday. Unofficially.
Is it?
The motherfucking NFL is back.
Oh my
tonight.
Gosh.
Ravens versus the Chiefs.
Yay.
Who wins? I know here actually better, because this will kind of caveat into who is the Ravens starting quarterback?
Lamar Jackson.
Who is the Chiefs starting quarterback? The Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs. You got Travis Kelce.
Who is the quarterback?
The quarterback for him is not Christian McCaffrey.
No.
He's a tight end.
How the fuck did you get the Ravens? How'd you get Lamar Jackson
I don't know.
so quick?
I'm a fan of Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Come on. You can get the quarterback for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I can. It's not Brock Purdy.
No.
It's not Will Levis.
No.
He's a Titan.
How in the hell are you getting those, but you can't get this?
It's not Tom Brady anymore.
It was never Tom Brady.
Okay. Oh yeah, he was somebody else.
Yeah.
He was a Patriot.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs. This is so bad. Stop doing that.
He is the second best quarterback in the league behind Trevor Lawrence.
Christian Kirk.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
How in the hell do you... Okay, so they square off tonight.
I forgot he was a quarterback.
Yeah, I am so pumped. I'm
going for
excited.
the Ravens.
Are you?
I'm a Lamar Jackson fan.
Yeah. The Ravens are going to be good. Arguably even... Well, yeah, not arguably. Definitely more exciting. Our Jaguars are coming to Miami this weekend, and we got tickets to the game.
We will be sitting in the visitor section for the Jaguars.
You got us visiting? Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna sit behind the Jaguars.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
You are a Jaguar fan.
Yeah. I was thinking.
It is at Miami Dolphins Stadium.
I was confused. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this Sunday, I am so pumped.
No, I didn't pull a Paige and book us tickets in a different state.
Yeah, I think we film. I think we talked about this last year. You surprised us, and
I did.
Yeah, but you thought the game was in Jacksonville. It was actually in New Orleans.
But mind you, I skipped part of this story telling this last time. I was a little bit drunk when I bought those tickets, so that could have been my error in getting away tickets. But I pulled through and was able to get us in the owner's box and on the field and all the
crazy
all
stuff.
the hookups.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that this time, but
no, but Yeah. So anyways, I of course am very excited. You're excited.
I am excited.
We have been, if you enjoy listening to this, I'm going to plug our whatnot.
Oh,
Make sure on, I think consistently we'll stick with Wednesdays. Wednesdays at like 6 p.m. Eastern, we run a whatnot show, Vanderford Cards.
So you'll get a day of us all Wednesday. Just think of like us
yes.
and think Wednesday, hump day. You're going to get a load full of Austin Vanderford.
that also caveats into our next topic. But
it does. In Patreon's and then you get to listen to us at noon for the podcast and then at 6 o'clock on whatnot.
Yeah, but it's a cool place. We've been having a lot of fun hopping in, and we get to interact with everyone and do some giveaways. We've been doing a lot of UFC stuff lately. So
yeah, I've been busting open UFC packs, which has been really fun. And then like, it's a fun place too, because I get to like give away some of like my autographs and to people who are actually like fans and support us, which I really like.
Yeah, we did memorabilia last night. We did one of your official UFC walkout shirts.
Yep, from one of my fights.
Yeah, I think it was my shirt that I cornered you. So it even has a little bit of Austin sweat and a little Paige sweat.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
But yeah, and then if anyone's not familiar with whatnot, it's basically, you know, like live auctions, and we do cards. If you're just joining in on the podcast, I'm a big card nerd,
massive card nerd, and he agreed to take me to the beach after this.
Yeah,
just so he could get a box of cards.
Yeah,
which is bad that I feel like I have to like bribe you to spend
time
with
I told you no strings attached. I would take you to the beach after this. Yeah. But
in other news,
yes,
can I cut you off?
Yeah. The last thing I was gonna say, and if you have been listening for a long time, you know that I'm just a walking red flag, and really you're my last option ever to date because I would think
a female.
Yeah, to date a female, because I would think most women, after listening to us for a while, would agree that I am just a nerd, and yeah, so you got me locked in.
So we are going to be celebrating our 6-year wedding anniversary this month.
Yes.
6 years. Woo.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about red flags.
Okay.
And I have something funny to share with you that you don't know.
I love funny.
About when we first started dating.
Okay, I love this.
I'm going to spill some tea.
Okay.
It's not really tea. It's but okay. So when we first started dating, I did a science experiment on you.
Really?
I did.
The hell did you do?
So, okay.
You took my DNA and you sent it into 23andMe, and you...
We're actually cousins.
Yeah. And you found out we're actually cousins, and you just never told me.
No, that actually... But okay, if we were cousins, would you stay with me? Or would we just agree not to have kids?
Let's talk about this off.
Okay. No, that's smart. Okay.
Yeah.
So no, when we first started dating, I did play a science experiment on you. So you know the episode of The Office? Obviously, we're really big Office fans. They're having a reboot, which I'm very excited about.
Ooh, crazy.
Not sure if it's going to be that good.
Yeah, I think
given the era that we're in right now.
Too many of the shows, even I had just seen an article, sorry to cut you off on this, but I had just seen an article, maybe it was Ice-T, talking about how Law & Order SVU has become so woke. And stuff.
Yeah.
So, we're kind of in like, I'm worried it's not going to have the same humor.
So this is what I like about sitcoms and in all TV shows, especially I was a big Law and Order person.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like I can watch these shows and they can take me out of reality.
Yes.
And it's like out of the current day drama and bullshit. And then all of a sudden when you're watching these shows and it's like they're going through COVID and they're having to like go through current events.
Yeah.
Like I understand that's life and they're portraying real life events and this and that.
Yeah.
But it is still hard because it's like a reminder of like all the shit we went through, and just like it makes it hard to like separate and like disassociate from like real world distractions.
I mean, that's a big reason why, like, not a big reason people are sports fans for sports fans, but a lot of people use sports to just like disconnect and you know, like
Have a hobby. Have
Yeah.
something that you're passionate about.
So yeah, all the woke shit. Yeah. But
Are we
anyways.
getting political?
No, we're not.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
Okay.
But,
So I had played, so The Office.
Yeah.
So you know the episode of The Office where Jim programs Dwight to take a mint on a bell.
yes.
So every
yes.
time he launches his computer, he's like, "Oh, Dwight, do you want a mint?" And then the same ding, "Do you want a mint? Do you want a mint?"
Yeah.
And then so he turns on his computer and it does the like startup sound. And Dwight instinctively puts his hand out
right?
for a mint,
Yeah.
right? So it's just kind of like training your subconscious. Well, I did this to you.
You did.
Totally different. It is going to go into what we're talking about later in the
Okay.
podcast. So it was somewhat of a sexual experiment.
Oof. Okay.
So every single time, this is going to be really graphic. So if you have kids, turn it off. So every time we would have sex, we would use, this is not hygienic either. Anyways, anytime we had sex, we would use the same lotion
Okay.
and it had the same scent.
Okay.
So we used the exact same lotion every
Yeah.
single time we had sex, right?
Yeah.
So I made it like clear that you would associate that scent with sex. So
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
So then when I was like wanting some or in the mood and I wanted you to be in the mood, I would pull the lotion out and I would just put it on.
No way. I know
And then
exactly what you're talking about
You
too.
would smell it.
Yes.
And instinctively you would get horny.
I know exactly what you're talking. I know the exact. That's insane.
And we would have sex.
That is so funny.
I trained your subconscious to get
Oh
horny.
my gosh. You got into my head.
Yeah.
And I'm a sociologist.
Yes, I did.
I have a degree, not necessarily applicable. Sociology is a little different, but
Yes.
man, that's crazy.
So yes, I did that when we first started dating, and I had like,
It worked.
and then I would just rebuy the same bottle when
Yes.
we ran out.
Yes.
And then anytime I was like in the mood, I would just
You would apply.
put a little lotion on. And
Holy shit.
anyways,
Yeah.
So ladies, I guess men, I don't know. I don't really have the whole like my wife won't sleep with me. We don't have that issue. But men, if you want to try this experiment, just integrate a familiar smell anytime
That is
you
so
want to.
funny.
Anytime you want to get some.
That's crazy.
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. So we talked last, or I guess we missed last week, but we talked about fetishes.
Yeah.
And I had some of my subscribers write in and share their fetishes with me. And I wanted to talk to you about if there's any of these that you would try.
Yeah.
Any secret fetishes that you think you have.
I'm gonna before we get going, I did have an outfit planned for this because
Yeah.
I knew we were talking about this. I got it. I'm gonna send it to Juan and he
And
can
we'll pop it up.
He can pop it up.
So-
I'll send it to him right now.
Last week before Juan got here, our producer, to put our, film our podcast, we were both in bondage outfits. We were going to film the whole episode in bondage. And then our internet pooped out. So then we got nervous today. We got a little shy.
Yeah, I kind of chickened out on the
Hey, once we hit a million subscribers on YouTube, we will do a full episode in bondage.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Juan, I just sent you the picture.
Oh boy.
So you can see it and you can pop this up. But
It's really good.
yeah. Okay. So I prepped a little bit on this. So before yeah.
That was good.
I was gonna wear that for this whole
For the
episode, but
whole podcast.
yeah, I chickened out a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop some of this stuff. I did a little bit of research on it. Okay, so according to the Huffington Post, the most popular fetishes, I believe worldwide.
Ooh, can I guess some of them?
Yes, yeah, I guess I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 up here right now.
Okay, so I would say the 4 common fetishes would be latex.
Okay.
Is that on the list? Of your 4?
Yeah.
bondage.
Yes, definitely. I'm looking for a little more specific.
Ball gags.
Okay, so
Too specific?
the first one I've got is sadism, which is inflicting physical or psychological suffering on another person.
Is that what I did? Just kidding.
No.
No.
But are you
okay.
into that?
I don't want to hurt you.
I know.
I never want to hurt
Okay.
you. That scares me.
Okay, so that was one.
Okay.
2, masochism, commonly known as S&M, and that's sexual gratification from your own pain or humiliation or frustration.
Okay, so that would be like you're my bitch and I force you to like clean my house.
Yes, yeah. The next is CBT, also known as cock and ball torture. And I don't think we need too much of a description on that.
A lot of pain.
And then the next one, claustrophilia, being sexually aroused or interested in being confined to small places.
Yikes.
So I would imagine like being locked up in like a dog cage or something.
So I have a few things here.
Okay.
So I did a photo shoot and I did it at an active, which we did not know. We found this on Pure Space, which is basically like Airbnb, but you rent spaces for the day by the hour versus like renting a house overnight.
Yep.
So my team rented, they're like, ooh, this is a cool sex dungeon. And they rented it for me for an OnlyFans photo shoot.
Yeah.
So they're thinking that this is just like a set, like a prop set.
Yeah.
Where, because you find a lot of those around Miami, especially. Miami is the biggest like OnlyFans capital of the world. And you'll find locations, basically like warehouses that have just like multiple sets with different themes.
Yeah, which I've been to a couple with you. And
so it'll be like drastically different like scenes for photo shoots. Well, they thought was just one of those, like a prop warehouse of like a sex bondage thing. No, I show up. The madam greets me. Her nipples are out.
Oh, crazy.
Massive boobs. But
I was not at this one.
You were not at that one. So she's just got like her boobs hanging out. She invites me in. And of course, like I'm friendly. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a real like bondage. Like she's a real like, is it a madam or she's dominatrix.
Dominatrix, yeah.
So she's a real dominatrix.
Yeah.
And of course, everything she kept like identities. I wouldn't ask about who shows up there, but she has multiple clients who come there, and there was a cage, a dog cage, down at the bottom. And
down at the bottom of what?
Underneath a like a sex table.
Oh, okay.
So that's a sex table on top with like harnesses. Yeah. And you like can strap someone into it and it like folds and stuff. Jeez. So underneath it was a dog cage about the size of a dog cage, a small one. Yeah. And in there was a food and water bowl. And there was also a sex doll. I don't know what the jelly ones, not like the blow up doll, but
gotcha. Yeah. Like a real human feeling.
Like a real human feeling, but like just the sexual organ parts of it. And she's like, oh yeah, a lot of the guys that come here, they want me to like humiliate them, and I force them to have sex with the doll in the cage, and they'll wait like 6 months or whatever and wait to show up there and be, you know,
because you got to get on like a waiting list or something.
No. They will be celibate for like 6 months, and then just to be humiliated by her. And then there was like a glory hole in there.
Also, no judgment on any of this. It's just surprise.
Yes.
Like
the fetish world, I'm sure we do things that people, you know, some people don't like, and every to each their own. I'm just describing a new experience. Yeah. There was a sex swing. I mean, I had a great time. I got up in the sex swing and I was swinging around the ceiling. And there was just like, it was just like this new fantasy world. It was absolutely nuts. Yeah. So that kind of opened up the conversation for us about fetishism and fetishes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get aroused by the idea of being like
locked in a cage.
Yeah.
We haven't tried yet.
Yeah, there's just nothing really about that. Like, I don't really like to be confined into places like that
I
anyways.
do get claustrophobic too.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. So this brings me to my other point.
Okay.
A lot of like sexual fetishes have to do with some element of pain.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of this goes like hand in hand. Like you get like an adrenaline rush from fighting, and then you get an adrenaline dump. Like it's all on your like emotions and your endorphins. And do you think this is going to sound so weird, and I don't even know if I should say it.
Say it.
Like fighters.
I kind of think I know where.
Is there fighters who train? Like there's got to be statistically some fighters who get turned on by no.
So, okay, this actually it's funny because I just saw this tweet, or I had seen, it was like, can you believe he said this? And it was a very known fighter, and I'm sure everyone will figure it out once I say it, but I'm not going to say his name. He had said he had just got done sparring, and he had like taken his cup out or whatever, and there was pre-cum. And yeah.
Oh, I know who it is.
And he tweeted this, and I get where he was going. He was trying to say like, I love fighting so much that it gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so could there be people who are like literally turned on by hurting people that are professional athletes?
Absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
in this is completely different, but I've trained with guys who've gotten boners, and that's, I'm sure, for other reasons, not because they like.
Yeah,
not
I would
imagine
they
like to choke me. I
would
know.
imagine it was other. Yeah, you know what's funny too is growing up in like the wrestling world and stuff is you know, you wear a singlet, right? Yeah. Like, and when we were kids, a lot of times, especially like in elementary school, you know, there was female wrestlers, and it wasn't segregated. Like men and women would compete against each other. Yeah. And I remember being at tournaments where a guy would wrestle a girl and he would get a boner in his singlet, and it was like,
and no judgment, like it's your body's natural reaction.
Yeah. But honestly, you know, me too, having to wrestle women, like
would you worry about that?
That thought would pop in my head like, damn, am I gonna get a boner or something? But the thing is I was so like locked in and focused on
that you just whooped their ass.
Well, yes.
You got beat.
I got beat by a girl when I was younger.
Your sister told me.
Yeah, she the woman or the girl who beat me, we were young. I think we wrestled again like in 6th grade, and I beat her. But she like made a bunch of news and history because she was I believe the first woman to win state in high school competing against men.
That's cool.
So she was, she was legit, and her brother wrestled at like Boise State, and it's a huge wrestling family, and when we were kids, like she would fuck all the guys up, and it was awesome. Crazy. But Michaela Hutchinson was her name.
And you did not get a boner when she beat you.
I did not get a boner. No.
That's good.
But anyways, so back on the topic of
it's just interesting.
Yes.
It just seems like pain and sexuality a lot of times cross paths.
Yeah. Well, there's like asphyxiation or something, like the choking,
where you like choke yourself while you.
Yeah. And also going back to college, I remember being a freshman, and I was at like a party or something, and these senior football guys, they were trying to convince us to like, this is borderline like kind of on the sad side, but they were like, oh yeah, you gotta go like put a belt around your neck and try to jerk off, you know, and I was just like, what in the hell? Like, so crazy. But yeah,
that was it. That was the story.
Well, yeah, they were like trying to convince us, oh yeah, it's the greatest thing, like, you know, basically hang yourself in a closet and try to masturbate, you know, and anyways, really weird.
And you didn't.
Of course not. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, no judgment.
No judgment.
No
Yes.
judgment. All right. So I had some of my subscribers write in on a few fetishes
Okay.
that they have, and I want to ask you if you'd like to try any of them.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna get interesting.
Is gonna get interesting, and I asked for all of their permission to say these ahead of time.
Yeah.
They gave me full clearance, and
Okay, cool.
no names will be said or
Yeah.
anything like that. Okay, so here's one. My weirdest fetish, if I'm being honest, is putting peanut butter on my partner's toes and sucking it off. I could do it for hours.
I would do that one. I definitely don't have a foot fetish. But on the same side, say with like you and stuff, I know we've experienced a little bit with
A little bit of feet end up
Yeah.
somewhere that they're not supposed to.
yeah, and we both kind of end up like,
That was kind of fun.
it was kind of fun. So yeah, I mean, I would do that. I don't know. I don't know if I'd need the peanut butter per se.
It'd be extra calories.
Yeah, extra calories and peanut butter is fine, but yeah.
And you like the way my feet taste.
Yeah, I like the way your feet taste.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
A little graphic here, but yeah.
We said this one would be
Yeah.
we're past PG-13.
Hide the kids, yeah.
Plug your ears, puppies. Okay. I have a huge foot fetish as well as tickling. When you tickle feet, it's the absolute best thing ever.
Okay, so this is this
They like tickling feet.
they like tickling feet.
Yes.
So I know you don't like your feet being tickled.
I don't like to be tickled anywhere.
Yeah.
Tickling is a form of torture.
Yeah.
Actual torture.
Yeah, I
For
don't-
me, I like it is so the most yeah, I had friends who like held me down and tickled me once,
Yeah.
and I got so angry I stood up and I just socked this kid
Yeah.
and split his face open.
Really?
Yes. So
Yeah, the tickling, not really. I don't know that would necessarily, that wouldn't get us in the mood.
I don't think so. That wouldn't get me in the mood. That'd get me
Yeah.
to punch you. So
Yeah.
if you had like a violent thing, then I guess it would work.
Okay.
If you like to be hit. Okay. As for my fetishes, I have a ton. When a woman takes her hair down, doing things naked around the house, i.e. cooking, cleaning, etc., streaking a woman with a bush, naked TikToks, pillow humping, older women, tattoos, short women, exhibitionism,
I don't.
look that one up.
Yeah.
freckles, voyeurism.
Voyeurism. I believe voyeurism is you get off to like other people watching, or I think
Okay.
like stuff like that. Yeah.
Pigtails,
Yeah.
pizza dares, answering the door naked.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Um.
I would say me answering the door naked would not turn me on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Not really. Not really.
And
What?
I'm not a fan of the pee thing either. For just
No.
personally,
Yeah.
I don't like the way pee smells.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. So I did have a conversation with the dominatrix while I was there.
Okay.
And she said, like, the thing about people who like to be peed on
Yeah.
is they see it as like a girl's nectar. It's the nectar. It's an act of like giving you. She had a better thing. It's like it's like gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Not really. I'm not really into the peeing. I'm not into the peeing. Not really. I'm not into the
No.
peeing thing.
I will
either.
say we went to Disneyland together once,
Yeah.
and we were back in our hotel room.
Yeah.
And we had gotten kind of drunk, so I'm in the shower, and all of a sudden I feel something on me, and you're peeing in the shower on me.
Yeah. I remember this. Yeah.
Is that bad?
No.
I don't care.
The pee thing, not really mine. I don't know. I can see kind of some excitement like with the voyeurism, if I'm gonna be honest, like that would be something I would, be a little more into, I think.
Like,
Yeah. I was
What would-
getting a call.
what would you want to watch?
No, not
Oh.
me, but like, yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird.
So
Yeah.
okay. Next. Absolutely love your content. Thank you. I have a huge love for seeing you in high heel boots and leather.
Okay.
Definitely been a fetish of mine. I'm more of a dom than a sub, but I love the badass vibes and confidence of a woman that always likes wearing leather and boots.
Oh, okay. Like attire wardrobe or something.
Leather, boots, heels. That's a common one.
Yeah, I think like personally, I think like for you and stuff, I get more turned on when I see you wearing like sexy lingerie than being like completely naked.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm not.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that leads me to another question.
Okay.
So, and I've been thinking about this because I saw something on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I'm naked like 90% of the time at our house.
Yeah.
Do you ever does it ever get too familiar to where it doesn't turn you on anymore? Like it's not exciting?
No, not like, yeah, I mean, I love your body and
Like, should I cover up more so it's just like more exciting when you.
so maybe that's what it is. Maybe like when I see you in lingerie and stuff compared to because I see you naked
All the time.
all the
It's
time.
like new and different.
Yeah, it's like there's something sexy about it. But yeah, so anyways,
I
yeah.
need to wear more lingerie for you.
No.
I get it. But no, I guess, okay, so obviously I see you naked all the time
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You do when you wear like certain underwear look really good, like the those little tight ones.
Yeah, or like when I put a suit on.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
That's hot.
So you see what I'm saying?
I totally get it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think as a couple you see each other naked so
You get
much. It's like,
familiar.
yeah. And then, you see like something different, like you're wearing like sexy lingerie. And it's like, oh, damn.
Wow. And
Yeah.
then it's, a suit on you.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Woof. Yeah. A blue suit.
You like that.
I
Okay.
like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go for another one. And then I have a really long one
Okay.
too. That's really good.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Hey, it says, hey, if you're still talking about fetishes for the podcast, I have a wedgie fetish. I love seeing girls' panties pulled up her ass or her front. Even better if there's something poured into the panties, like ice cubes or custard.
Oh, I don't know about the custard, but
The custard threw me for a loop.
yeah.
Hope that's useful.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
I get that. I mean, there's all the videos of booties and
Yeah.
camel toes.
Yeah. Definitely. I think like there's something sexy too about, seeing you in a thong or like in a G-string or
Yeah.
something. And I get that. I don't know that I necessarily need something like poured on it or anything, but
Custard?
yeah. But there's, I mean, oh yeah. And like on the same lines of like pain, what about when you get like a candle and you drip like the hot candle wax on?
Yeah. No, that's kind of hot.
Yeah. I'll admit one of my, I guess this would kind of be a fetish, but I love like giving you massages.
That one does get us going.
Yeah. Like, it's something about like making you feel good and like rubbing your back and stuff that it gives me a
We
little.
do sexy massages quite often.
Yeah, that's definitely one that I'll.
Yeah. The candle wax thing, I don't know why. I kind of like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems it's.
Maybe okay.
But I think they make candles that are like oil, like actual body oil.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you like, so it's not just
So it's not just like wax. Burning you. Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. No, I mean that's definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
I would love to put in my odd submission to your request and hear about your fan fetishes. For me, I absolutely love the sight and feeling of a woman's wrinkled soles. I have no idea why, but even the sight of a woman's wrinkled soles can make me harder than a Chinese arithmetic almost instantly. Apparently, as a very young child, I would go to my parents' female friends' feet whenever they would be barefoot around me. It wasn't until puberty that it became a sexual thing for me, though. I would see a girl in school and at a desk a few rows in front of me, kick her shoes off and start scrunching her toes out of boredom. Not only the full on, not knowing that the full teenage boner that she would be giving me.
Oh boy.
Hoping the teacher wouldn't call on me to go up to the board or even stand because there was no way to hide it. As I matured through high school into my early 20s, I enjoyed a lot of sexual activities. Being a doorman at bars downtown in my hometown certainly made it quite easier. I kind of kept my fetishes secret. I mean, if I thought I was getting weird, extremely turned on from her wrinkle soles, I can only imagine what they would think.
Okay, that so along the same lines, to me, especially like you being in OnlyFans and doing this and listening to things, I feel like foot fetish is one of like the most common.
It is. Oh, yeah, for sure.
One of the most common ones. And like getting specific about it too, like the wrinkled soles and
it is a very specific, and like some people want your toes spread apart. Some people want you like scrunching them up wrinkly. It's super interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, if I may add, you do have very nice
You know what's so funny is, do you know that there is a thing called Wiki Feet?
Yes.
And I have to go check again.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, I had a 5-star Wiki Feet rating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the foot, again, like for me, it's not like an arousal thing like that with a lot of other people, you know, seeing feet. But on the same token, I do, you know, when you and I are in the act or whatever, I do find it fun to mess around with your feet every once in a while, you know. Yeah, switch things up.
Oh yeah. So let's see. I still have a 5-star beautiful feet rating.
All right.
So if you want to look at celebrities' feet, you go to wikifeet.com and you can search a celebrity and then see pictures of their feet. One of these has 8 million views.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Okay, crazy. Do you recognize the foot?
Oh, yeah. They're all photos of me.
They are your feet.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Fight photos. There was one when I dropped the conditioner bottle on my foot and broke the top of it.
Oh, jeez.
Got a big lump on it.
Yeah.
But it is funny. Sometimes I'll go to the comments and they'll actually rank my feet and talk about like the specificities of it as to like why I shouldn't have a 5-star rating and all the issues with my feet, and then people like argue why no, they are perfect.
That is crazy. Yeah, so, that's funny.
5-star foot rating.
All right.
And I have, does it say how many ratings there are? Oh yeah, quite a bit.
Crazy.
Yeah. So
all right, give me another one.
Letting you know if you ever want to leave me, I have plenty of people who love my feet
love your feet.
waiting in line.
Okay.
All right, we got another one.
Okay.
Once I was in my 30s and I was living about 6 hours from my hometown, I became more open about it, and it truly made it so much better learning how much a woman can. Oh, this is the same guy. Sorry, okay. It was just continued.
Yeah.
Feet lovers. Okay. He says some really funny stuff in here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna skip it. Okay. I have a wet and messy fetish. I like seeing women get slimed on Nickelodeon style, piss in the face, mud wrestling, etc.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of there's like oil wrestling or like jello wrestling, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess something about that's kind of sexy.
I guess like the sexual thing about like the oil or jello wrestling would be me wrestling with another female.
100%.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
So that would be like the allure for you. It'd be like closer to girl on girl.
Yeah. Which, you know,
Which you're a fan. I know, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely one that, like I would love to see you. But the competitor in me would be like,
you'd want me to win.
I'd want you to win and like drown her in the oil or something. But
would your desire for me to win, the competitive nature, like overshine the sexual side of it?
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, obviously, so I fought Rachel Ostovich
Yes.
and twice now,
Yeah.
and she's a very attractive female.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've seen all, the comments and stuff. People are
Yeah.
excited for various reasons.
Yeah.
Were you strictly excited about that fight just for?
No, I mean, I was so locked in to like wanting to see you win and
Okay.
and stuff like that there was no, yeah. But I mean, if you wanted to afterwards, like maybe do like a photo shoot or something, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of a cool idea, like
Yeah.
you fight and then do
And
a
then do a
photo,
photo
like a
shoot
sexy
together.
photo shoot
Yeah.
afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have two more. One
Okay.
of them, actually, we'll just do one more. I have small penis humiliation fetish. LOL. I have a micro penis.
Me too. Okay, keep going.
That was
Oh,
all.
that was
That
it.
was it.
So
They have a small penis humiliation fetish.
okay, so this is along the same lines as they like to be humiliated.
Yes.
And
So it's a gentleman who has a micro penis that likes
Yeah.
to be like humiliated, and I actually get that request a lot.
yeah,
Where it's like the humiliation videos where
Yep.
it's like they want me to make fun of or like make fun of their teeny weeny.
yeah. So again, it's hard to because I don't have a micro penis, but it is hard, like trying to put myself into a position because I've heard a little more about it, and it's kind of like there's not a lot to be done with the said penis,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you find ways, I guess, to get aroused
To
and
get aroused, but there is a lot of times I find like people who have like more of a micro penis, they do the chastity.
yes,
They lock their little babies inside of a chastity belt.
yeah,
And there's a lot of like the like chastity being locked inside of a cage situation.
which is insane to me.
Yeah.
To me, yeah.
To me, I don't know that the idea of like wearing like a chastity belt would ever turn me on. I guess maybe just like the anticipation
Okay.
of waiting for when you're gonna be able to like have sex again.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I mean,
think about the times that like the few times that we've gone away from each other on trips,
Yeah.
like the anticipation builds up and you get excited to have that person back.
oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, because then you start texting and or sexting,
and
yeah, getting into that. But yeah, so I mean, I see that. Yeah, the humiliation part, I'm not sure.
I don't like to be picked on.
Yeah.
Just my feelings would get hurt.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same.
Yeah.
I would start feeling, I'd feel.
You'd be hard to make fun of though.
Oh, not really. Well, yeah.
For me,
Okay, yeah.
I'd have to just be like, oh, well, your card collection's not as good as so-and-so's.
Yeah, I don't know that would turn me on though.
That just make you angry.
Yeah.
That just make you go to the card shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So any fetishes that you've heard that you want to try?
Well, I definitely like the hot, knowing
Yeah.
that you're interested in that. I would love to do something like that. Yeah.
I also thought that we could like go through the Kama Sutra and like try all the positions and come back and tell everybody which ones are our favorite.
Yeah, that's something too.
But maybe we'll try the candle waxing and then we'll come back and let everybody know how it is.
Okay, what about you though? Fetishes.
I think that's the only one.
Putting you on the spot. You don't have to.
If I had to, I could role play.
Yeah,
with you. But like, I want you to be like, cause okay, so you're such a sweetheart and like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Like if you're like a bad boy and you like come and do bad things.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then you like boss me around.
Tie you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll try that.
All right, let's just do it. Okay. I think we should call it.
Okay.
That's the fetish episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to keep learning some more. We're going to try some new things and come back with you. We do have guests lined up. So
Yes.
stay tuned. We'll be posting our first one on Instagram. But yeah, we're going to do a series of guests. We're going to be doing a lot of professional athletes, talking about, of course, I think relationships and fighting and just all the good stuff.
Yeah, we got a couple cool people lined up that'll be fun to chat with, and who have significant others and who are in the same space and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
and I think it's fun because we have like the platform. We don't want to I don't want to just be like, like journalists asking the same shitty questions.
Yeah.
I want to like get to know about people's like the juicy stuff, the relationship side of like, professional athletes and all that stuff.
Well, I think I owe you a beach date.
Oh, I thought you were going to say sex.
Oh, well, I owe you that too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is A Kickass Love Story. I'm your host, Paige Van Zant.
Austin Vanderford.
My co-host, our puppy dogs who are sound asleep.
Yep.
We are live every Wednesday at noon, anywhere you get your podcasts. We are also live on Whatnot Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. So come buy some cards.
Yeah, come hang out. All right.
We're out.